arkadaşlar, bugün sizlerle birlikte Oduncunun hamurdan yapımını izleyeceğiz. Bununla domuz birincisini mega şövalyeyi yapmıştım. Şimdi oduncuyu izleyeceğiz birlikte. İstiyorsanız hemen başlayalım.
Welcome to another polymer clay tutorial. Today we will create another legendary card from the mobile game Clash Royale. We will create the lumberjack.
Evet.
He chops trees by day and hunts the log by night. His bottle of rage spills everywhere when he dies. This is what the text says to the card. The lumberjack, the legendary card. I don't own this card, but I really hate this character in the game because he's sometimes very difficult to deal with, especially when you don't have a quick response to this strong card. But enough of this pre-talk, let's jump into the creation. Let's create our own clay lumberjack from Clash Royale. Meanwhile, we created the face, the eyes, and now we will work on a very difficult part. This will be the nose. It's difficult because you have this tiny color gradient in it, from pink to this light red. You can use the technique I used, and I think this is the best way to deal with color gradients. Now we will work on the mouth, so this is just a very thin layer of dark red. These will be the upper front teeth, and of course also the lower teeth for some serious chewing, or maybe he's not eating, he's just swallowing from his bottle. In the text it said, from the legendary card it said that he is drinking rage. First, when I first saw this card, I really thought he would drink some kind of alcohol, wine, something like that. And to be honest, I thought, ooh, that's tough. In a child's game, there's a character drinking alcohol. Well, that's not cool. But then I read the text for this card, and now we all know he's drinking rage, and this means probably some kind of an energy drink. Well, at least let's pretend this is energy drink. These are the eyebrows, some detail works on the hair, and also his beard. This will be a bit tricky, just make some size comparison that it perfectly fits around his mouth. The lower part of his beard is pretty long, and as always I'm using my scalpel for this, just making the edges a bit round. And now the mustache. This is also very complicated if you don't have a very sharp blade or a scalpel. And now we will place it right under the nose, the red drinking nose. Here we go. This is a sign that he is drinking alcohol. I don't know. Another drop, some detail work, and we are pre-baking this head so that it isn't destroyed that easily when we use it for further modeling. I also did that in the last tutorial, and it really helps a lot if you have a very detailed part that it doesn't change anymore. It's like saving in a good game. You know that, I told you about that before. Now we're working on the chest and the muscles of his strong breast. as he is chopping the wood with his axe. He is supposed to be very strong, I think. And now we will just make a thin layer of blue clay and white, and we will work on the material for his head. This characteristic lumberjack hat. I assume this is a lumberjack, typical lumberjack hat. I don't know any lumberjacks. If someone is out there who does it professionally, let me know if this is a typical hat. I don't think this hat really protects your head when a tree falls down and smashes onto your head, and well, I have no idea. Okay, this is some kind of a lip of this hat. I'm using my toothbrush to get this gray texture that it looks like fur. Okay, now it's time for the poll. Please participate. I'm already looking forward to the results. You are asking me a lot in the comments on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook, which kind of clay I am using and where to buy it. Well, typically I buy it on Amazon or in a hardware store. I'll include a link into the description where you can find the clay on Amazon, and this link should also work internationally. I know that the last links didn't work pretty well. I'm very sorry for that, but this link should really work. So just check it out and see if this clay is working for you. I think compared to other brands it's not that expensive, but this Fimo Soft is just great for oven hardening and working on tiny details. Okay, also his left arm, and this will carry the big bottle of Rage. We figured out that this is energy drink. And also this wristband, this blue wristband. And now we will mix the colors for the bottle, and I decided to not mix it that strong, that you still have this nice kind of pattern, just chopping away, that you have this typically look of a bottle. And now we will work on the cap. And I was lucky enough to find some silver clay for that. Now we will place the bottle right into the arms of our lumberjack. I think it already looks great, and now we will start working on the stands and furthermore on the legs to finish our creation. The lumberjack itself, I think it's unlocked in Arena 8, something like that, Frozen Peak. And as it is a legendary card, it's pretty hard to get. Well, I am now in Arena 9. I have played for a long while now, and I think I only have, I have just one legendary card. It's the Night Witch. You may remember my video, the tutorial of the Night Witch, where I opened my very first and only legendary chest, and I really got the Night Witch. This was just incredible. Now the feet of the lumberjack. As always, it was pretty hard to find good reference pictures and images which I could use for this creation, so I decided that he would wear some flaps. Even if in the gameplay it's impossible to see which kind of shoes he's wearing, so I really hope you like my decision to give him these flaps. Now the other foot as well. I already mentioned that. Next week I will be on holidays. I'm not sure if Wi-Fi will be working, if I'm able to upload another video, so I really hope that you don't mind if the next video will be a few days later. I already told you that I'm starting a new series, and well, I'm just very curious how you will like this. Of course, but Clash Royale and also the Pokemon tutorials will be continued as well. Now I was looking forward to create this tiny spot. It should really look like as if the lumberjack drank too much, ran too fast, and now he was just a little bit puking. This is liquid polymer clay, which will be transparent after baking in the oven. It's great for imitating any kind of liquids. And now we're ready to go into the oven. Freshly baked jumbo lumberjack. Sorry. Yeah, what's missing? Well, this tiny part, I created some more of this dripping rage energy drink, but it fell off in the oven. I didn't care, I just focused on the remaining parts, just using some transparent polish to get a nice finish. Also for the eyes and the eggs. And finally, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I was thinking a lot how to counter this lumberjack, and I came up with the idea of countering the lumberjack with some skeletons. Check out the tutorial if you haven't. I think the best way to counter the lumberjack are many tiny skeletons